So my son informed me that a couple weeks ago that I have the same exact mental health diagnoses as Trisha Paytas. Did I pronounce that right, you guys? Anyway, I was shocked, to say the least. If you've watched any of my channel, you know that we don't exactly live the same lifestyle.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just kidding.
I think
look, we all know Trisha's the shit show here, so
well, first of all, thank you. I like being the titles and the headlines. Like, I like the attention for sure.
Yeah, why do you complain about it?
But it made me curious, especially after he had me watch the show that she did with Dr. Drew. I think it was Frenemies did it with Dr. Drew.
So here we are. You know, I think, first of all, this is coming off of our biggest, baddest, dramatic.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Would you call it? I don't want to say, I said meltdown or you stormed off, but that seems.
I think it was a meltdown.
Was it a meltdown?
I think I kind of spiraled a little bit with all the videos I made about you guys after. It was probably my most embarrassing thing on camera, so it's...
Really?
Yeah.
Of all the things?
I think if you and Ela didn't call me yesterday, I may not have come back because I was so embarrassed.
Well, how do you want to do this? Because there's basically two ways we can do this. Do you want to get into the personality test, or do you want to know about the meltdown?
I think everyone wants to hear about the meltdown,
okay.
Because people were hanging on tenterhooks, and they're going to want to see how he was.
Okay, so what happened was, and maybe,
and I want to know how you got Trisha back here too. I want to know that part.
And they were testing their level of psychopathy, sociopathy, and narcissism.
Okay, so we took personality tests. Me and Trisha both took the personality test
a month ago.
Well, guys, I can tell you that the dark triad has really kind of entered popular culture too, because, every now and then I watch this TV show called SWAT. And last night, I think somewhere they were rerunning an episode where they were chasing this criminal. And amazingly, they said this criminal has these three characteristics: Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. And they actually used the words, the dark triad. So
relax. Trisha, do you know what splitting behaviors are?
Splitting.
You know what we talked a little bit about it last time. It's where it has many different sort of features. One of it is presenting differently to different people, or presenting different aspects of the truth to different people, or splitting one person's point of view with another. Like if Ethan says, I like green, you go, well, Moses says you don't like green, and Moses likes blue. That's splitting people. Does that feel familiar to you?
Yes.
Okay. And you have talked about your personality issues, and one of those issues is you'll have a tendency to split. You just will.
Yeah.
And Ethan, your job is to not respond to splitting.
this is something that we're going to see a lot more of.
Interesting.
As time goes on.
Aware of this, Trisha. People with borderline disorders tend to be very attracted to sociopaths.
Oh, I know that.
Sociopaths to them. So it's just whenever.
Why is that?
Well, nobody really knows that I know of, but whenever we would get a sociopath and a borderline on a drug unit together, we'd have to go to great lengths to keep them apart and prevent them from having sex.
Huh?
Because it would
I
screw up
believe
the
it.
treatment.
I wonder if it's because the sociopath knows how to manipulate them and has no qualms doing it.
Maybe, and the borderline sort of believes it. You know what I mean, and wants to go with it. And
I haven't delved very deep into my emotional issues on this channel, but I think it's great that on a national level, or maybe it's worldwide, I don't know, but I definitely here in the US, they're trying to make mental health better understood, just like we have with cancer and diabetes and things like that. Things that we don't have a cure for yet. So I might start, I plan on starting to talk about that more on this channel.
It's stupid.
Poor Dr. Young is in way over his head.
Yeah, I at least knew what I was getting into.
Yeah. Willingly came back.
All right.
So, looking at the dark triad,
And psychopathy is sociopathy, I'm assuming.
You know, again, this is a debatable point, and people get very theoretical about this. I make a distinction between sociopathy and psychopathy. Sociopaths are people that are manipulative and really don't care or don't really appreciate that you have feelings. You're just there to serve their needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
A psychopath doesn't have feelings. So I think they're really kind of assessing in this scale sort of people's ability to appreciate emotions.
This test is saying like maybe
Why do you complain
be a
to
little
me?
more.
Why do you complain
about
to
what?
me?
I say I love doing the show. I'm the one that
No,
not quit the
you
show.
you text me. You go, stop putting me in the headlines. Stop putting me in the highlights.
Because he wanted to continue the show without me today to get the revenue on this without me. I said, let me be on it
It's not
together.
at all about revenue. It's about
It is you saying Trish
Wait,
show without me by
no.
saying we talked.
no.
and
I
that
wasn't
we're-
going to do the show without you. I was just going to explain what happened.
By using me in the title. He says, Ethan talks to Trisha. I said, don't use my name in the title if you don't need it, because that's like, I'm not getting the monetary value off our drama.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, well, anyways, that's all I
You're
said.
the narcissist.
But
You're the dark triad over here. I'm just kidding. The doctor's like, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Honestly, we can only do the show with them. I feel safe with them here. They actually know what they're talking about. You just honestly go
Look,
off at me for
I'm
no
the one.
reason.
Look, you feel safe with them. I don't know what's their score on the dark triad. I'm low.
Well, I'm too scared of you for being too low on the dark triad. Like, why aren't you a little something?
So okay,
a little life in you.
a little life in me. Does it mean that I'm lifeless? That I'm low?